What's up, everybody? Welcome to Talkin Tunes, the show where two guys sit around and BS about music. I'm Tony,
I'm Kevin.
and this is episode 6. Yes, I do have it up there. It's episode
Yes.
6.
Can you believe this is 6 already?
No, I actually can't. I'm still surprised that we made it past, 2. And I know we say that almost every time, but I can't. Every week, I'm surprised that we keep going.
I know. I'm just waiting for that one Thursday where you're like, I just not feeling it today.
I know, right?
Not to put this on you, but
Yeah, why do you assume it's me?
I no reason.
Fair enough. I mean, you're not wrong. Anywho, today's topic, we're going to be talking about Boys of Fall, a relatively new band, and their 2016 album, Thank You and Goodbye.
Yes. That was my recommendation last week.
Yes.
Just give a little background for people who may not have listened to 5.
Right. Before we get into that, what have you been listening to this week, Kevin?
All right. Well, of course, Boys of Fall, because I've been listening to Thank You and Goodbye for about 2 weeks now. Also found their Years in Acoustics short album of just like covers of songs that was really good. Also, they had a new single, Looking on the Bright Side, that came out about a month ago. That's also a phenomenal song. I
Okay.
keep going back to the new Starset album every now and then. So that's up there. And I randomly thought of Ice Nine Kills the other day for I don't know what reason.
Huh.
And I listened to them for a little bit and then realized I actually don't really like them. But it also jumped me around to a couple other bands that I had thought of in a while and then remembered I don't really like. Bring Me the Horizon. I started listening to Sempiternal again. I'm like, it's okay, but it's not great.
It's got a couple songs on it that are, really awesome and, really badass, and then there's a handful of songs that are just, I can't stand them.
Yeah, and I also listened to a little bit of Restoring Force because I feel like I haven't heard that album in 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I was really into it when it came out, and I'm like, it's okay now.
Gotcha. So basically, it was a tour of a bunch of music that you listened to for, a couple months, maybe, a couple years ago, and then just don't care about it anymore.
Yeah, it was all albums that I really liked at the time, and now I'm just like, why?
Fair enough.
What about you?
Well, it's been kind of a busy week, which you know already, but, so I haven't spent too much time just sitting around listening to music, but, one of the things that actually came up on Sunday, I was driving home, and I have kind of a long drive some Sunday nights, and as I was getting back to the city, I put on the, alternative station, and one of the things they do on Sunday nights is they have a block of all emo music, like 90s, early 2000s emo music that is called Taking Back Sundays, which is, of course, a play on Taking Back Sunday. And it was awesome. I felt like
Really?
such a whiny high schooler again. It was great.
What is 90s emo? What bands does that entail?
That's like My Chemical Romance,
Gotcha.
30 Seconds to
Seconds to
Mars.
Mars.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that makes sense.
it's really good. Oh, Mayday Parade is on there a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Mayday Parade.
Mm-hmm. And it's awesome. It was so much fun. I'm driving home remembering all these songs, and I'm I feel like I'm way too old for this on the one hand, but also this is amazing. So yeah, I've been kind of kicking back to that a little bit when I've had time, and of course listening to tons of Boys of Fall because I have to.
I have to. It makes it sound like you hated it.
No, I actually enjoyed it a lot. But it also is true that I have to. I have to eat, but I really enjoy eating. I have to sleep, but I'm a big fan of sleep.
Dude, I'm also a big fan of sleep.
Yeah.
For some reason, this is the week before my spring break, right?
Yep.
And I feel like it should have been super busy, but I have watched so much New Girl this week. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
jealous.
quick tangent. You ever watched New Girl?
I have not.
Phenomenal show.
Should I check it out over spring break?
Yes, you absolutely should.
Okay.
It's something you and your lady friend would appreciate. I feel like, especially.
That's well, we're on Parks and Rec right now, so maybe we'll set that up as our next show because I think we're
Yes,
getting to the end of Parks and Rec. I'm not sure how many seasons there are.
I think 7,
Okay, we're a
6 or
little over
7.
halfway. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Either
no,
way,
I would absolutely recommend New Girl.
is it on Netflix?
Yes,
Dope. Then I'll totally check it out.
there's like 6 seasons on there, and each season is like 25 episodes or something ridiculous,
Oh,
and they're
dude,
all
that's
like
the best.
20 minutes. So you're like, I can totally watch just like one more, and then it's like 4 in the morning.
That's amazing.
It's absolutely one of those shows.
Nice. You know what? As long as we're talking about TV shows really quick, because we're still under 10 minutes.
I mean, I feel like the beginning is like, what have you been listening to? Catch up on life a little bit.
Exactly. Have you heard of The Expanse? It's a sci-fi show, like The Network.
Oh, you mean it's on like Sci-Fi Network?
Yes.
Is this like a fairly new thing?
They have 2 seasons. They're on season 2.
I don't think so. I don't watch a ton of TV though, so.
Yeah, neither do I. But I saw a post on Reddit about it, and it like all the comments were like saying it's so good, you should watch it. And I found out it was on Amazon Prime. So I started watching it. It is like it is some of the hokiest sci-fi I've seen in a long time, and it's amazing. It's so awesome.
What's it about?
Um, so it's called The Expanse. So it's there's there's the people who still live on Earth. There's the people who live on Mars, and then there's what's called Belters, who are people who work out in the asteroid belt, and um, basically the Belters are just poor people, and Earth is like this. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like this sort of like utopia, like socialist utopia, and then Mars is like the like super advanced technological society, and like Earth and Mars are starting to get into war, and there's a group of Belters that are trying to instigate a war between Earth and Mars, and it's like the acting is so bad and the lines are so bad, but I cannot get over how exciting it is to watch like the world, you know, because like the extra stuff is really cool. So I really enjoyed it. I don't know if you're into sci-fi though, so
I don't hate it, but it's not
yeah,
like my go-to thing.
yeah, that's fair. Either way, that's that.
I wouldn't really say I have like a thing when it comes to like movies or TV.
Gotcha. Well, it's on Amazon, so if you get a chance, check it out. It's pretty good.
Yeah. If I'm bored over spring break, I might give it a shot.
If you finish New Girl.
I'm not going to finish New Girl anytime soon, but I'm on season 3, like halfway through.
Gotcha. All right then. So, let's get into our actual topic for the day. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, why don't you do the honors of introducing it since you suggested it?
All right. Boys of Fall. Fairly new band, like we mentioned before. Started. This is just off their Facebook page here because there's not a lot of information really about them. Turns out if you just Google Boys of Fall, there's some like Kenny Chesney song or something that's pretty popular called Boys of Fall.
Yep,
So that's
I made
mostly
that
what came
mistake
up.
about 3 times today.
Yeah. So on the Facebook page, it seems like they started about 2015. They're technically like alt rock, pop punk kind of band, which makes sense given what their sound is. From Detroit. From their little like short biography thing here, it says for fans of a Day to Remember, of Mice and Men, a Mayday Parade, that kind of stuff. Boys of Fall, upcoming release, No Place Like Home, bridges avenues between alternative pop, punk, and post-hardcore, composed of motifs vis-a-vis antiquated, hopeless romanticism and martyrdom, which I guess I haven't read this before, but that makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just about like a bunch of stuff like their touring and stuff. Yeah, just five guys from Detroit, and they're so good.
They are real good. The whole album is like phenomenal.
Then why don't we? Oh, and by the way, their influences on their about page is just the influences under that is listed as hopeless romanticism. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
No,
All
that's
right.
fair. I understand.
All right. So you just want to get into the album?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Track one.
Track one. Thanks for the burgers, which doesn't make any sense, but great song.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a really good opener.
It is. It's got some real good. I just can't think of words today. Got real good sections. I don't know what I'm saying. It's been a
I,
long week.
I think I know what you're saying. You said you you can't use the "it's been a long week" excuse. You just said you watched New Girl all week.
Yeah, but it's just like the past couple weeks have just like built up, and like I just need a break from school right now.
I understand. I think what you're trying to say is it's got they do a really good job of having like individual chunks of song and mixing them very well. And they go back and forth between feels pretty well. Like it starts off nice and soft, then they have some fast sections, some heavy sections, and they intersperse them. It's not just like, oh, the verse is fast, the chorus is heavy. It's like there's a fast section of the verse, then it breaks down into this heavy section, then it picks back up for the chorus, kind of a thing. It sort of weaves around.
Yeah, it was a refreshing break from James Elsewhere last week, which is just
Yeah, it
all
was.
heavy all the time.
Uh huh.
This definitely, I remember I compared it to Homesick. I think this definitely skews on the lighter side, just in general.
Yeah, definitely.
But I feel like comparing this to James Elsewhere last week, Boys of Fall does a much better job of making like the tone of the songs all sound similar without making the mechanics of it all sound similar. Like how James Elsewhere has all those repeating like little things that they do, like in all
Mm-hmm.
their different songs. I feel like I didn't notice any of that with Boys of Fall, but all their songs tonally, like in the lyrics and the music, they all sounded similar, but they weren't like exactly the same song with exactly the same, guitar riffs and synth parts in every single thing.
Every breakdown has a synth run. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they do a very good job of actually mixing up the feel, and they have like a sound, but they don't have they. It's not just the same song over and over again.
exactly. And I think with the different tones of the song, even the songs within the album themselves, they do a good job of, you know, they cast a wide net in what tones and abilities they can portray.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's one of the things that I was really attracted to with this. Because like I said, acoustic pop punk is my favorite kind, and they've got a lot of that in this one, in this album.
Yeah, definitely. And they like I already said this, but they do a really good job of having like light sections and heavy sections and mixing them up nicely so that you're not super bored. Like even the heavy songs will have lighter sections, which is really nice.
Exactly, like
And
it gives good breaks in songs.
yeah, and we'll get into it more in a couple of the later songs because I think some of the later songs are really good examples of it. But um, there's so many times where the they change the rhythm that the drums have, and a lot of times it feels like bands just kind of will let the rest of the instruments keep playing what they want, while the drums maybe like uh, go from like 2 and 4 on the snare to like quarter notes on the snare. And one thing I think Boys of Fall does really well is making sure you feel that change in every instrument and even in the vocals. Like you can feel that 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 driving sense. Like anytime they make a rhythmic change, it carries throughout the band, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, they do a good job of playing together.
Exactly. And also, the bridge for "Thanks for the Burgers" is super catchy.
How does it go again?
It's got like an oh thing.
Trying to look at the lyrics here.
Go at 3 minutes on the song if you need to listen to it.
I don't need. I don't think I need to listen to it, but
Yeah. But it's got like the oh in the background, and it's so it's such a good way. It's such a good thing to have in your first song because it's so catchy, and I love that.
Yeah, and I just like the lyrics to it too, because like it's the first song, right? And there's a lot of like you haven't seen nothing yet, and which I think is a real good like just statement lyrically in your first song.
Mm-hmm.
Like it ends with like you haven't seen nothing, and then
Yeah.
like goes right into "It's Always Sunny in Arkadelphia," which is one of the more heavier out of the gate songs.
Yeah. You know, and even though "It's Always Sunny in Arkadelphia" starts off heavy, and it's a great heavy start, they still do a good job of like switching up between heavy and light.
Right. Like they do a lot of what, you know, not like it's bad or anything, but they do what a lot of the more pop punk bands do, where like some screams or all scream verses and sing chorus.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a sort of a genre trope, but it's good. There's a reason it works so well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a reason everybody does it. It's because it's good and it doesn't weigh you down with heavy while sounding too light for people who like harder songs.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think of "It's Always Sunny in Arkadelphia" as a song?
I really like it. I also like that they sort of don't really showcase the vocalists screaming at all in the first song, and then when it comes to "It's Always Sunny," I'm just gonna abbreviate it to that. Which, they actually, I think it's a really good time to showcase that because they kind of start right off with it, which helps.
Right, and even though it doesn't start necessarily right with, you know, hardcore, it definitely you definitely tell that when it starts, it's gonna go there.
Yeah, exactly. Like the first note isn't screaming, but once it, I don't know, it's just kind of nice that they like hold off on that for a song, I think, and then it's like, okay, like there's our like upbeat sound, and let's show them that we can do the heavy stuff too.
Yeah, it's weird how they can have an upbeat sound when all of their songs are about like hopeless romanticism.
Yeah, you know, I noticed that too because I have a playlist on Spotify called Hardcore Upbeat, and
I'm subscribed.
It's a good playlist. But what I try to do with it is that it's all songs that are upbeat sounding, but a lot of the songs are not necessarily upbeat. And I ended up dumping a couple of these on there right away, and I want to add a couple more once I listen to them more. But it's like it's so weird how you're like listening to a song and you're like, oh, this is really catchy, and then you start to learn the words and you're like, oh man, this really bums me out.
Yeah, like once you actually start like getting past just the catchiness of the sound, the lyrics catch up to you.
Yeah, definitely. But I really like it. I think it's a really good song.
Yeah. Sadly, I think it's one of my least favorite, just because I like some of the other ones so much more. That like, it's that thing, right, where you go and you're like, you get something like, oh, I'll just hit shuffle and I'll just go whatever comes up. That's totally fine. And you're like, you hit shuffle and you're like, not this one, no, not this one, not this one, not this one. No, this is the one I really wanted to listen to. And you're like, why didn't I just hit that from the beginning? I feel like it's just, for some reason, this song always happens to be the one I'm not trying to listen to, so it's probably the one I've listened to the least.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't want to call it a weak song necessarily, but I mean, I can see how you wouldn't be a huge fan of it.
Yeah, and I think it's no fault to the song. It just speaks to the strength of everything else around it.
Yeah, it is. It's competing against a lot of really good songs.
Right. One of which, of course, Pass Me By.
Yes.
Which
Track
I
three.
think, if, because I looked up the songs you added to your playlist, I believe it's one of the ones you added.
I believe I did, yeah.
You added Thanks for the Burgers, Pass Me By, and I Learned My Lesson.
Yes. And I know I want to add some of the lower ones too, but I haven't gotten there yet, so.
Fair enough. So why, after listening to it, the brief amount that you did you add this one on there?
Well, it has a very awesome start. Like, let me. It's got that like nice build up, and
At the very
then
beginning, you mean?
yeah, it's got like the blah, kind of the I prevail thing, and
Yeah.
my initial reaction was okay. It's gonna be another heavy song because it starts with like, I don't know what the words are, but it's
Let's
a
turn the page.
screaming, yeah. What?
Let's turn the page. And then it
Yes,
goes.
yes. And so
Obviously,
it's
it's
like,
screamed, and I can't scream, so I'm not going to embarrass myself.
yep. Please don't do that into the mic.
No problems.
So they start out like that, and in that like brief second that I heard it, I was like, okay, this is gonna be another happy song, and then it sort of gets to the, it drops into the actual song, and it's in like a major key, and it sounds upbeat. I was like, oh, okay, it's catchy again, and also it has so many good harms in it, like. And I actually have that written as a note for a lot of these songs. Their backup vocals are just really solid all the time. But this one in particular, I really liked all the harmonies.
You're a big fan of Harms.
I love harms, dude.
It's like one of their Jake Kemmer, CEMER, guitar player, also his backup vocals.
Yeah.
To
Well,
Michael Martinson, who is the main vocalist.
yeah. Well, the guitarist is really, really good.
I think they're all really good.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I love the harmonies. I'm a sucker for it.
I think we talked about this on a previous episode, but every time we like get to a song we both know, we start singing it. You always hit the Harms.
Well, try to.
You do it better than I would. But yeah, Pass Me By is, I think, again, really solid. It for some reason has the same effect as Always Sunny, where it's like this is never the one I want to listen to for some reason.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is about just like. Again, I think it's just because some other ones are so good.
I gotcha. Unfortunately I haven't listened to it enough to really like parse that out yet.
To figure out which ones you want to listen to.
Yeah, which ones I'm like want to listen to all the time because I don't. I think given another week or two of it being on my rotation, I'll start to pick up on it.
You have to weed out which ones are top tier.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I mean, it might just be because, I've been listening to this for a while. And I think the reason it came up, if I remember right, is because Thank You and Goodbye. Or no, is because Amnesia, a cover they did of like, I don't know. It's either like 5 Seconds of Summer or what is the name? The British boy band, One Direction. It's like a cover of one of those songs. And I'm like, this is really good. And like, that came up on like Discover Weekly or something. And then I found this album. And I'm like, this band is awesome.
I'll have to listen to it. I saw the single there, but I never actually gave it a listen yet.
Yeah, that's the first one I heard. I think it's on my Badass Covers playlist.
Ah, yes.
I think it's one
another really good playlist that I'm subscribed to.
Yes, I've been slowly but surely adding songs in there every now and then.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that I'll jump into every now and then just to see what you've added, because you're always really good at finding those.
Yes. Oh, actually, I added one listening to Ice Nine Kills.
Nice.
Someone Like You.
Oh, gotcha.
So you can give that a listen after the podcast.
Will do. Another thing about Pass Me By that I have written down is that I feel like it's very A Day to Remember sounding.
Yes, I think the couple times I have listened to this, I think this is one of the ones that's the most A Day to Remember sounding.
Yeah, definitely. Because you can definitely hear every influence that they have.
Yeah.
Like everyone they list on their Facebook page is totally in this album in different spots, but this one specifically, I was like, that's like all A Day to Remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that too. I don't have notes written down for each individual song, but yeah, this I remember specifically that this one is the most A Day to Remember sounding, which is not a bad
Yeah.
thing. Not a bad thing at all. Love A Day to Remember.
Really, you're a fan?
I mean, how would you? I mean, casually.
Yeah. For the record, in case we haven't made it abundantly clear, A Day to Remember is like one of our favorite bands of all time.
Probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this. For some reason, I've been thinking about getting a tattoo.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't think I'd ever actually get a tattoo. But I think I've decided that if I ever was going to, I would get the Homesick album cover tattooed somewhere, like on my shoulder or something.
The Homesick album cover is sick.
I love. It's also my phone case, so I think that might be part of it because I just look at it all the time because it's so cool. I just love the colors on it, like the purples and the blues.
Right. But we're not talking about A Day to Remember, so we're gonna get back into this.
I'm also apparently really scatterbrained. I just keep going off on random tangents.
Damn it, Kevin. Nah, I don't care.
Focus.
Yeah. So track 4 on Thank You and Goodbye. I learned my lesson.
Another song I believe you added to your playlist.
Yep. I love this song so much.
Oh. Hold on. I clicked to the lyrics page and a CoverGirl ad came up and I can't get it to go away.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're good. It just stopped playing sound.
Okay.
Why is she... Okay. I didn't know that was a thing women did.
What?
I don't know. This lady in this CoverGirl commercial was like putting on mascara or something, and she put like painter's tape under her eye.
Mm-hmm.
You say like I should totally know that.
No, you cut out.
What?
You cut out. You said she was putting on mascara.
Oh, and she put like painter's tape under her eyes.
Oh, Jesus. That sounds awful.
I didn't know that was the thing women did.
I've never heard of that.
Neither heard I. Just I was confused when she did it. Anyway, I learned my lesson. Yes, I learned my lesson.
As I was saying, love this song. It's
Yes.
so good. It's amazing. Everything about it is phenomenal.
Yes, I love just the beginning of it.
Yeah.
I like how it sounds like it's gonna be like all acousticy and like kind of sad. It's like, I'm totally over you and it's totally gonna be fine and I deserve better. There's go to hell basically.
Oh, yeah. It's a total fuck you song. I love
And
it.
it's great. I need to find more fuck you songs. And this, like, if I were to make a playlist of fuck you songs, I think this would definitely be on there.
I'll totally help you with that. But it's just, this is like the kind of song you listen to after like a high school breakup. It's amazing.
Yes, it's just captures that, it's like the sound of it and like the poppiness of it. Mm-hmm. The pop from pop punk definitely comes out a lot in this, and I think that fits the lyrics and I think the sound they're going for. I think they do a really good job of picking out the right sound for what they're trying to portray in the lyrics.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And one of the things I actually wrote down here is that the start of I Learned My Lesson sounds like a Mayday Parade song.
Yeah, I would say there's a different one later on that sounds a lot more like Mayday Parade.
I think I know which one you're talking about, but
I think we're both going to say it when we get there.
Yes. We can hold off on that, but at the beginning sounds like a Mayday Parade song because that tripped the thing in my brain as soon as I heard it.
I haven't listened to enough Mayday Parade exactly to like. The only Mayday Parade I really ever listened to was their EP that was like Valdosta or something. That was like mostly acoustic and like some piano songs and stuff, and like other random angsty songs.
They're so angsty.
It's almost disgusting. But yeah, it's definitely got that it's got a this song has a high school angsty part to it, but it's like for adults. Like you could be in college and still feel the song and not feel like I'm 15.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely up there on my favorites for the album.
Yeah, it seems like you definitely just based solely on the discussion we've had and looking at the playlist that you either didn't listen a ton to the back half of the album, which is fair, or you just really like the front half a lot more.
Honestly, I didn't get to spend as much time with the album as I would have liked. Is basically what it is, which is why I remember the beginning of the album a lot and not the end so much. Plus, I was taking notes over the end. Um, when when I added those songs to the playlist, so I was like taking notes, finished it up, added a couple songs that I remembered I definitely wanted, and then ran to class. So
Fair
you
enough.
know, yeah. Um, but I do. There are plenty of songs on the back end that I think are also contenders. It's just this one in particular is like it really spoke to me.
Yeah, this one gets stuck in my head all the time. Like I'll find I'll just like be in the shower or something and just start singing parts of it.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on from I learned my lesson. That's all she wrote.
I feel like the first one where they really go like acoustic.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it's entirely acoustic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. This one is real high school angst.
Yes, absolutely.
This one is God. Get out of here, cover girl. Um,
Are these Spotify ads?
no, it's musicmatch.com/lyrics/boys of fall.
Oh, okay. I was looking for the lyrics earlier and I couldn't find.
You just Google Boys of Fall band lyrics and there's some stuff that'll come up.
Let's see. I had the Kenny Chesney problem, so
So I gotta add band.
I can tell.
You and your mechanical keyboards.
Sorry.
That's what she wrote. Yeah, it's definitely such angst.
Yes,
So good.
it
Like
is. It
this
is
is
really good.
this is exactly the kind of music that I love. The
Hmm.
the pop punk acoustic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good song, and it's placed really well in the album too. I think, like in terms of the rest of it, because you sort of have these four, pretty quick, uh, like upbeat songs, and it's a good way for them to bring it down. I think.
Yeah, you're right. Looking, at the album as a whole, it's it's in a good spot because I would say there's like two other ones that are either all acoustic or generally, oh maybe not. No, because that one's no. You're right. This is like one of the only other this and "Thank You and Goodbye," the title song,
Hmm.
are the real like acoustic ones. I think they're spaced out well because it's a fairly long track wise anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
13 songs is a long album.
yeah, especially for a first album.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. This definitely benefits from the place that it's at.
Uh huh. And once again, really good like backing vocals on this one.
Yes, this especially with it being acoustic, I feel like the backup vocals really need to shine to give it that little extra something.
Hmm. It blends very well. I love it.
Because just expanding a little bit more on what I was thinking.
Yeah, go for it.
There's a difference between I feel like an acoustic cover of a song and an acoustic like original song. Like acoustic cover, I feel like has the right. I don't know if this is necessarily the best way to put it, but it's definitely more bare bones. Where if you're like just an acoustic original, it's got to have more to it than just like a guitar and one guy singing. And it's definitely brings in a lot more elements than just the acoustic and the singer, which I think really makes it, a full song and a full sound, even if it is only just acoustic, basically.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
You just threw me out to dry on that one.
No, I got. Sorry, I got really loud. I got nothing to add. I totally agree with you. Also, we got to pick up the pace a little bit because we're going a little too slow. So,
okay. Well, this is like 2 minutes at the beginning of us messing around because you couldn't get your life together.
oh, that's true. Okay, well, that helps a little
So
bit. But
slow your roll.
all right, fine.
Yeah. So let's move on. Find a place to hide and stay gone. Don't twist my words like I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. It's a little too late. Pissing Off the Neighbors, next song. Opening lyrics for those of you who didn't listen. It's a funny joke. I got it. I think it's funny. Tony, your opinions.
It was clever. My opinions on the song.
The song, life, love, pursuit of happiness, whatever you want to do. This is our show, really.
This is true. I guess we don't have to talk about music, do we?
No. But that's what we're committed to doing so far.
Yeah. So, Pissing Off the Neighbors. I like it. I think it's a really good way to pick back up from the acoustic. It's really good. Also, one thing I think that's really cool about it is the transition from verse to chorus is awesome. Because the chorus has a very different rhythmic feel from the verses. And
yes.
There's a really cool fill that they use to transition into it every time, and it's awesome. I really like it.
Yes, you're definitely right about that. The choruses definitely have a slower pace to them when the verses definitely pick it up. I think they do a really good job of slowing down enough in the right amount of time to make it not an awkward transition.
Yeah, exactly. Because one of the things we talked about when we were talking about Jamie's Elsewhere last week was, one of the songs in particular.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about with the triplet feel and the awkward, like, not even transition that there is.
Exactly. And so when I caught that, I was just like, oh yes, this is awesome, because transitions like that are really hard to do, and nailing them like that is, I think it's really important, and I think they do it super well.
Yes, they are definite musicians. They understand music. They understand how to construct a song.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just trying to think if there's any specific part of it I want to highlight. Not really, but again, this is one of the ones that I find myself just randomly singing.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason. Like, the chorus will just pop into my head, and I'll just sing it to myself when I'm just doing homework or something.
Yeah, actually the chorus is really catchy. I was trying to remember how it went, but as soon as I saw the words, it popped back into my head.
Right.
And I like it a lot. I would put this up there on my list of songs as well, because it's just good. And it's got like all their songs so far, it has that good mix of feelings in one song.
Yeah, I think that's the theme of Boys of Fall, is they mix feels.
Yeah, definitely.
That's something we could definitely say on pretty much every song.
Mm-hmm. And it helps them a lot. It makes them it makes their album much more versatile.
Yeah, and it doesn't tire you out listening to it like Jamie's Elsewhere did.
Yes.
Not that I'm shitting on Jamie's Elsewhere, but
I know, I feel like we kind of are. I felt like we were last week too.
It's just constantly taking shots.
Basically.
But, gotta be the bigger person, gotta move on. Speaking of moving on, Sour Patch, Chirons?
I have no idea, actually.
I
assumed it was Churns?
I was thinking Chirons.
Chirons kind of makes sense, I guess.
I'm gonna, dictionary this thing.
Okay, you dictionary the shit out of that. This song is heavy, and it's awesome.
Again, another one that super gets stuck in my head with the chorus.
Yeah, and one thing I liked about it is I think they highlight the screams even more in this one than they have in some of the previous ones, because they scream a lot. Actually, in Pissing Off the Neighbors, they scream a lot too. But I feel like this one's a little more. I'm not really sure how to describe it. I feel like it's more focused on screaming. Like Heavy is more the center rather than like an accent. And this is the first song that I really feel like that is the case.
Sorry, say that again. I got distracted by the etymology of children.
God damn it.
Apparently, the etymology of it is spelling representation of black or southern U.S. pronunciation of children. I don't know if that's necessarily what they were going for, because they're from Detroit.
Yeah,
But I guess it's not a word.
All right, fair enough. What was I saying? Shit.
Something about screaming accents, which I was going to say something, and I don't know if it's contradictory to what you were saying.
Well, okay, what I was going to say is I feel like they put the screaming and the heaviness at the center of this song rather than using it as an accent to the rest of the song. I feel like this is the first song where it's really like meant to be like the heavy song, if that makes sense.
I would agree with you on the verses, but I think in the choruses, the screaming definitely takes a back seat and is an accent.
Yeah, I can see that. That's fair.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I think the screaming does well. Instead of like just tonally in the song, the backup screams make a lot more sense than backup vocals, and I'm glad that they did that.
Yeah,
because you're right. It is definitely like one of the first real. I wouldn't necessarily say top to bottom, but the vast majority of it is heavy, and I think they did a good job of recognizing that and making sure that the entire thing felt that way.
Right, definitely.
Which is a little odd because we just kept saying how they mix feels really well.
The thing is though, you don't have to like mix it up all the time. I mean, sometimes it is okay to have that like not have that, basically, is what I was gonna say.
True. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
It's just a matter of, the reason we were kind of like shitting on Jamie's Elsewhere for it was that it was every song, and the fact that having one or having a couple songs even like that is, it works. It's a formula. It wouldn't, songs wouldn't be written that way if it didn't work, of course. So also the end of this song I like a lot.
Yes. I like the heavy ending.
Yeah, definitely. And they have I wrote the woes in the background are awesome.
The woes in the background.
Go to, let's see, think at like 3 minutes.
Keep throwing out time codes at me.
I assume you have Spotify open.
I do Spotify on my phone.
Oh, I see the problem. Well, towards the end, they just have over the screaming, they have people in the background going like whoa, whoa, and it's cool. It fits really well.
I guess I just didn't pay attention to a lot of the background.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for like that kind of stuff. Like that's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, breaking the harms and.
Mm-hmm. I love anything that's like a subtle accent on the song.
Right. Yeah,
all right.
There's no place like the background, right? You know where also there's no place like home.
Home. Nice.
Nailed it. High five. Edit that together so it sounds like one conclusive high five.
No, that requires so much more editing.
Fine. All right.
No place like home. You already had me put up a fucking flowchart last week, so.
Yes, which I still need to make and send to you, but.
Hey, dating the video.
Hey. All right.
No place like home.
This, I think, has a good job. This is one of the best sounding, in my opinion. Not necessarily my favorite, but this, I think, is real good pop punk sound.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like that it starts really soft and it has a really nice swell into the start. And the instrumental at the beginning is awesome.
Yeah, I love all their instrumentals.
Yeah, right? They're all like really solid on their instruments.
I would hope they would. They're a professional
Well,
rock band.
yeah, but there's like a big difference between like oh, this is a risky maneuver. Feel like I've dug myself into a hole. But you know how like there's a difference between listening to a guitarist shred and listening to a guitarist play like Smoke on the Water, right?
Yeah, or any Nirvana song.
It's kind of where I was going, but I really didn't want to say it.
Oh, I'll call out Nirvana. I hate Nirvana
Alright.
actually.
You know,
I'll straight up say it. I hate Nirvana.
That's fair.
I was gonna say something else, but I feel like I would disrespect Kurt Cobain.
Oh jeez. Oh god.
Let's
All
not
right.
go there
Ooh.
right now.
Quick 180.
Yes, like Lil Dicky, I'm not sure what I can and cannot say at this point.
That's fair. No Place Like Home though. That song, track 8 on Thank You and Goodbye by Boys of Fall.
I think my favorite thing is when I go off on a tangent and you try to bring it back.
You don't make it easy.
I know. I think that's my new favorite game.
The thing is, we could talk for like 2 hours about this shit.
We can talk for 2 hours about anything.
That's true though. But let's try to keep it moving a little bit.
All right. No Place Like Home.
Yeah.
I love the chorus.
Yes.
It's definitely my favorite part.
Actually, my note was that I really love the pre-chorus. I think I like the chorus too. I'm trying to remember it.
And I will make it out of here. Say goodbye
Yes.
to haunting eyes. Share my story, stay to stay.
Yes.
Oh, you weren't gonna pick it up? Oh, lame.
Sorry, I found the. I found the pre-chorus because it has that like double bass with the snare on the quarter notes. It's like I just love that. It's so fun.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just looking at the lyrics makes me only think of the songs that have lyrics, and now I'm remembering that that's just an instrumental part.
Exactly. So that's why I wrote that down. Plus, again, drums.
Yeah, it's not like you're biased or anything.
No, not at all. Yeah, good song though. Not one of my favorites, but I really like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's one on here that I would refuse to listen to.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. All right. Yeah, anything else to say about No Place Like Home?
I don't think so.
All right.
My promise to Maryland. Maryland? Oh, dude, speaking of Maryland, real quick.
All right, here we go.
This is on Facebook. Do you know who James Corden is?
No.
British dude who hosts like it's like the Late Late Show or something with James Corden.
Oh, okay. Sure.
British dude who apparently can't say Maryland. There was something
right.
that like happened the other day where he's like, this like question comes from whoever in Maryland. Guys are like, why are you saying it that way? He's like, what? It's like Maryland. It's like, but it's spelled Maryland. It's like that's not how you say it. How are you supposed to say it? It's like Maryland. So I don't know what you're saying. It's like Maryland. It's like Merlin. Am I saying it right? Merlin? It's like you're close enough.
It's kind of like the Louisville thing.
Yes, it is exactly like Louisville or Louisiana.
Yeah.
Or New Orleans.
New Orleans. Yeah. There it is.
Down on the bayou.
Anyway, my promise to Maryland. I love this song. This song is Mayday Parade.
Really? This isn't the one I was going to say was Mayday Parade.
Holy shit. Well, there's only one other that I think you could say. So.
All right, and I think it. And now looking at the lyrics, it makes sense now why it's called "My Promise to Maryland."
Yeah.
Because the lyric is, "I want to see those Maryland eyes fall in love with me again for this one last time." For some reason, I thought it was melon eyes, like green eyes.
Oh my god! Yes, I was doing the same thing. I was trying so hard to figure out what that lyric was, and I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. It's driving me crazy.
It makes a lot more sense now why it's called "My Promise to Maryland."
Yes, definitely. How do you feel about this one?
I think when I first listened to this whole album, this is one of the ones that kept bringing me back. Because I love the part where it's like, "Where's the fire?" But that like little like pseudo breakdown kind of part. It's like, "Fire in our hearts faded away. Tell me where's your desire." I love that part.
Yeah.
Favorite part of the song, hands down. Like
it's really good.
I know. It's just so solid, like beat wise, and I don't know, just so good.
Yes. This song is I don't know, I have a bunch of notes on how much I like this one. Basically, it's just so good.
Go through them.
I said Mayday Parade in all caps. I said love this one. That the chorus is awesome. The half chorus, the soft half chorus into the big last chorus is awesome. I like that they yell "yeah" in the background. Also, this one is in all caps. Dat ending chord do.
Yes, that is. Oh, shit, which Day to Remember song do they harmonize "bitch" at the end?
Right back at
it again. That's the one. It's
yes.
The ending of the song and any of that song are one and the same.
Oh my god, it was beautiful. I heard that and my heart just like jumped out of my chest. I was so happy.
Yes, Yes, now that I'm thinking about it, that is absolutely something you'd love.
Yes. Oh, I was so happy. And I was like, we got to figure out those notes.
Apparently, Mike has been listening to this album a lot and thinks it's awesome.
Yes, he has. So we have someone to play guitar, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, he's been learning guitar, I guess.
Yeah, he's way better at it than I am. So.
Yeah. I tried for like a week.
You know, it's one of those things that I keep going back to, and it basically I could play any song that is only comprised of like C's, G's, E's, and D's.
Yeah. The thing is though, because all them D's though.
All them D's.
The thing is though, like I want to play guitar because I want to learn like acoustic stuff. And Mike, if you ever listen to this, thank you for giving me that Diet Dr. Pepper guitar. But it's just weird to play like acoustic songs on just like an unamped electric guitar. It doesn't sound the same. So no. It's just like I couldn't get into it, and like because I couldn't ever get it to sound right.
Right. I had the same problem. I also borrowed an electric guitar from Mike, actually, and it's I mean it's a lot of fun, except it doesn't sound right, and I feel like maybe a real guitarist can weigh in on this, but like I feel like it's way harder to keep in tune and get into tune than an acoustic.
Yes, which is also a problem because all the songs I want to learn, they're all in different like there's all different ways to tune your guitar, and that shit gets annoying.
Exactly.
So, oh boy, we're pretty long.
Exactly. That's why we gotta finish up. We still got 4 songs to go.
All right. Under My Skin. This is the one that sounds Mayday Parade to me at the beginning.
That's funny. Let's. Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Even though it's just like those first 2 lines.
Right.
This is the one that sounded Mayday Parade. Just because it's like, because the feeling it all is better than feeling nothing. That's just so much angst. And
yeah, that is a very Mayday Parade type lyric.
Yeah. Not that it's bad in any way. Great song.
Yeah, no, I think we've made it abundantly clear that I'm a fan of Mayday Parade. So,
Yes.
I really like this song too. I thought it was really good. Um, I also liked. There's a lot of cool like drum and guitar stuff that happens during the verse that I think is really cool, and the last thing that I'll say about it that's just like musically really awesome and surprises the drum thing, but in the chorus they have this really cool like upbeat hi-hat thing where it's like boom tss, 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 and it's cool because it's really fast at the time, so it's just a really nice like tasty thing that's going on underneath everything else.
How much do you love the last chorus?
Oh my
Where
god,
it's
it's
like
amazing.
all the music drops out and it's just the vocals and the different
Yes,
chords.
it's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, it's oh god,
That
it's a really good song.
that is what I wished James Ellsworth did, just at some point. Just had just vocals and everything else drop out.
Right? Especially because they had such a solid singer. Like, yeah,
It's still a little disappointing.
yeah.
But
But that's not what we're talking about.
yeah,
So.
another phenomenal song. But you know, we did James Ellsworth last week. We can just say, you know, we listened to it. Thank you. Goodbye. Hey, look at that,
Nice.
dude! I'm killing it with the segue
You really
game.
are. The segues today are just on point.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm gonna have to really up my game next week.
I know. This song, so good.
Yep.
You know,
I knew you'd love this one.
I know. This is, oh my god. Oh my god, what is it?
Are you gonna are you gonna make any commentary? Or are you just gonna like?
No, I just became so disappointed in myself because I forgot the name of that Day to Remember song, and I feel like I should cry to myself right now.
The name of what?
If it means a lot to you,
Oh my god.
I
Come on.
can't. I'm so disappointed in myself that I forgot the name of that.
We gotta end the show.
Oh, canceled forever.
Canceled. All right.
All right.
This is our
yeah.
last episode of Talkin Tunes, guys. Thank you for being with us through these long 6 weeks.
Yes. But yes, this song.
Anywho,
So
yeah.
good. So good. I love it so much, and I want to marry it.
Yes. No, I agree. It's amazing, and I hate the placement of it in the album. I wish it was the last song on the album.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you. It should have been the last one.
Yeah, and I feel well. We can talk about it in a little bit, but basically, I feel like the next two songs, I'm gonna just consider them bonus tracks because it makes me feel better about it. Because this song needs to be the last song on the album, I think.
Yes, and I think that's the way it's intended. The last two, because they're listed as like the title of the song. Oh, parentheses, Johnny Frank mix, who I think is the producer. So I think that's like kind of their intentions, that they're like bonus tracky.
Yeah,
So
they feel very bonus tracky.
yeah. But yes, this
So
phenomenal song. Could not recommend this song enough.
yeah,
if you like,
for sure.
If you like the hardcore acoustic. Again, I think this is another one of the ones where it's like it's influenced because like I'm not gonna get too into it, but like you know, it's a very emotional song and it can bring out a lot of emotions in you.
Uh-huh.
You know, which
It is. Yeah, it's very emotional. I really enjoyed it.
so
I actually have a note that just says "so sad." Damn.
yes.
Yeah.
I guess
and
it's not like If It Means a Lot to You because it's definitely a lot sadder than If It Means a Lot to You is, but you know, in its own way, it's so good.
Yeah. This is another one that has amazing harms, and one of us needs to learn the chords to this, and also when we're both back for spring break, definitely breaking out or basically we're getting in the car and putting it on blast.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Friday. See you there.
Yep.
All right.
You can meet us at
No.
1,
Please
2,
don't.
3, 4.
Tony, no! My address.
Totally dox you on Talkin Tunes.
Okay.
Man, if I did that, you know what I would say to it?
Holy smoke and nose.
Yeah, I guess. It sounds like an expletive.
It sounds like it should be Holy Smoke and Nose Batman.
Yeah, actually, that's a good one.
Not that there's any
Track
reference to
12.
Batman, but
No, but it does sound like it should be. Yeah.
okay. When I first listened through this album, this was my least favorite song. And then I started
Really.
listening to it, and now it might be my second favorite after Thinking of Goodbye.
Yeah, I love this one, especially because it, like, up until this point, they really aren't. They have some heavy stuff, but they're not like brutal. These last two songs are brutal. It's awesome.
Yes, this is definitely the most metal.
Yeah. Also, actually, there's a point at the beginning that I actually have a note that it was pretty Breaking Benjamin-esque. They had like a sort of a soft like single notes on the guitar behind like some vocals. I was like, oh my god, it sounds like a Breaking Benjamin song, and the whole song is so good. It has like 2 or 3 breakdowns, which are awesome.
Yeah, it's got, I think, 2.
Yeah,
Because
it has one where he's like, go,
yeah, and then bounce.
bounce. I love.
Yeah. I love the feel
that.
change at that too.
Oh my god, it's such a good rhythmic change, and it's completely out of the blue.
Yes, I mean, except for the part where he goes bounce.
Bounce. But even then, it doesn't. You would expect it to just be back into like dun 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 dun, and it doesn't. So.
Yes. For the bonus track that I'm assuming this is, really good.
Oh, for sure. I almost wish they just put it in the middle of the album.
Yeah, I think it would have made it a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely. But still, love this one.
Yes.
Really good.
All right. But
And,
we can't ever really totally understand why they put it where that is. It's basically an enigma.
Solid.
Killing it.
Dude,
All
you're
right.
just Predator Rapture, you are killing it.
Enigma,
Yeah,
final song.
Yeah. You know what? I just want to start with this. The part where they yell, "This is the end."
Mm-hmm. Very beginning.
Yeah, I just have a note that says yes, it is.
Yes.
And of course I laughed to myself while I wrote that.
I can picture you just like wearing headphones and just like hand on your chin thinking, all of a sudden you just chuckle to yourself and type something out.
Yep, basically. I actually I have a physical notepad. I have seriously a legal pad on my desk with all my notes on it.
I'm taking things that seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah.
A bit of a weak ending. I don't love the song. Don't hate it, but I don't love it. Don't think it should have been in the end. If you weren't gonna put these last 2 in the middle of the album, I would say switch them.
Yeah, probably.
But can't blame them for putting things where they are. I'm sure they had some reason or no reason, and either way, you can't blame them.
Right. One of the things I did like is that this is the only song in this song they have a blah, and I was really excited.
Say, where's the blah?
I don't remember specifically. I don't have the timestamp for it, but I was really excited when I heard it.
I'll probably listen to it again.
Yeah. Also, the last thing I wrote is that at the end they have a really cool like hiccup in the rhythm. If you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about specifically.
Well, the lyric is like draw the line, I believe. And there's a part at the end where they're like, draw the, and then he just doesn't say line. And there's this weird like pause in the rhythm, and it goes right back into it. It was cool. I really liked that.
I think I do know what you're talking about. And I think he does say line, but just very quietly, like he says.
Yeah, it's kind of the bounce thing. Yeah. It's a cool little way to throw the listener for a loop. I liked it.
Yeah.
Even though overall I'm not a huge fan of the song, I did like that a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you have anything else?
Nothing that I haven't said before.
Gotcha. Final thoughts on the album.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Easily
really
minimum 8.5 to 9 out of 10.
Wow. I'm not gonna give it a score because I don't want to have to defend the score, but I really like it.
I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna really challenge it, but
yeah. Well,
Unless
our
you're going
hundreds
to.
of listeners.
Unless you're going to challenge me right now. But
No, I would actually agree with you. It's a really solid album. I really enjoy it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it because, this is something that you had never heard of. And I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I was able to throw that out there, and you weren't disappointed in me.
No, I was not disappointed in you. It was awesome, and especially I was actually worried because you were hyping it up a lot. So I was like, oh man, I hope he's not like gonna be like this album's so amazing, it's so good, and then I was gonna listen to it and be like, Kevin, this is trash. Yes. So I'm really glad it was good. It's a really solid album overall, and I think Boys of Fall show a really good musical range, and there's show that they're really talented.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm excited to see what comes more from them, because their single that they released last month is also really good. I don't know if you heard it. Looking on the Bright Side.
I saw that it existed. I did not give it a listen yet.
It's phenomenal. You should definitely listen to that and the acoustic album when you get the chance.
Yeah, totally. I found the acoustic album. So.
Yeah, because that's got covers of Drown, which is Bring Me to the Horizon, My House, which is a band. I don't know how to pronounce their name. It's like PVRAS or something. Some girl band that I know was on that. They were at Warped Tour the year we were there.
Oh, okay. I don't think we saw them, but
no,
yeah.
we didn't. But I remember it was on the album, and I also remember it because on the I Am Hands Like Houses I Am like official music video, like the little ending with their like little like end slide, the beginning of the song plays. I also remember that.
Oh.
It's also got cover of Jersey. No idea. Never heard that song before. Stitches. I don't know who that's by, but I'm sure if you listen to the song, you know that you've heard it before.
Ooh, Jersey is a Mayday Parade song.
Is it?
Yes, and it's phenomenal. I love it.
Okay. And then History, which is a cover. It's a bit odd because it's a cover of a This Wild Life song, another band I really like. They are. It's weird because they go to Warped Tour, but they do all acoustic stuff.
Huh.
They're a little odd. They did a cover of Hated. That's like on their Facebook page or something. That's pretty good.
Ooh. Dang. I'll have to check that out too.
Yeah. It's weird because the Boys of Fall does an acoustic cover of an acoustic song, which is a little weird. But it probably wouldn't make much sense unless you've heard the original song.
Gotcha. All right. Well, yeah, I'll definitely give that a listen.
Yeah. Short, 5-track.
Yeah, definitely. It's like 20 minutes, so. Yeah, they're just so solid. And the last note that I have under my final thoughts is just that I really want to learn those harms.
Yes.
So good.
We have, all next week to figure it out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm excited.
All right. Speaking of just a little bit of future talk for next week.
Kevin, I don't know if I feel the same about you. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm ready for that commitment.
No, I'm just a little disappointed you had to tell me like this.
On the air.
On the air, live, through the power of the internet.
Also, I'm pregnant. Anyway,
whoa!
What were you gonna say?
That's not mine, I swear. Well, I was just gonna, because we normally do, a little bit at the end of teasing next week. Because we're going to be recording this next one, I'm just going to throw out a quick suggestion here. Because we're going to be recording this next one on, a short rest, to throw out a little baseball term there.
Yeah.
I think we should do the next one about one that we are both intimately familiar with.
Ooh, you know what? That's actually a really good idea. I actually picked out an album, but it is not one that we are both intimately familiar with.
And I feel like it's just, we should both get a good feel. We should both have like a good feel on it because, it is a little shorter time before
actually,
we prepare.
That is a really good point. Well, now I'm not sure. You threw me off. Now I'm not sure what. Do you have a suggestion? I
was going to throw out Common Courtesy. Because
Common Courtesy could be good.
I know it's not like recent or anything, but it's
we don't have to always do recent stuff. Actually, the album I was going to suggest is 20 years old.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What album?
I actually wanted to do The Color and the Shape by Foo Fighters. I thought we'd go a little more mainstream.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, because we've been doing a lot of stuff that, stuff that is in the same genre, and I was like, oh, that's a little more mainstream rock. I think it'd be fun.
See.
And I know I'm a pretty big Foo Fighters fan, but I know you're not really into them that much.
It's not necessarily that I'm not into them. It's just that I haven't like gone on my way to listen to them.
Right, exactly. And frankly, like I'm only a fan of them because of the popular songs basically. So I was like, oh, it'd be fun to go through those albums and actually give the whole album a listen, because obviously Foo Fighters were probably a little before our time, even though they're still releasing stuff. That said, if we're gonna do something that we are both very familiar with,
Actually, I think I could do Color and Shape. I think I know more songs after this than I think.
you probably do. You'll probably recognize a lot of them.
Yeah, I just looked it up and I know at least 3 or 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I'll just need
that's
to
kinda
remember
why
to
I
listen
picked
to it on my drive back tomorrow.
That's what I'm gonna do tonight. So
All right, so just remind me at
So-
some point to listen to it on my drive back.
yeah, so there you go. Next week, The Color and the Shape by Foo Fighters. 1997 album. So we're going back there because everything we've done has been like within the last 3 or 4 years, except for maybe I guess the Children of Nova album was pretty old, but
Yeah, and if we're not counting when we went through all of Rise Against Discography.
God, I don't want to talk about that episode.
Oh well, it happened. We can't run from it.
Oh no, not at all. I don't think it was necessarily bad, but
All right, we should.
now that we're wrap this up.
Yeah,
All right, guys. So
and girls,
thanks so much for listening, guys and girls. Yeah, sorry, thanks people, humans,
persons.
persons, attack helicopters. What was I saying? Oh right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the episode.
Feel free to leave
Try
any
and-
comments.
Yeah.
We're even though we're 6 weeks in, we're still trying to figure out everything here. So
Yeah, I'm not sure if we should be advertising or something. But anyway, I think our best recommendation for enjoying the episodes is to listen to the next album before you listen to the next episode. So for next week, listen to some Foo Fighters, listen to The Color and the Shape. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next time.
see ya.